What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Planet Doubt podcast where we doubt everything. I'm here with the squad. My name is Chris.
CX Drive.
ICO.
Manny.
Cam.
And it's your boy, John Lewis. Welcome back to another podcast. I believe this is episode 10.
Yeah, I think. Yes.
Well, thank you for the confirmation.
It might be.
The 10 second.
I'm running out of fingers.
As soon as you
Episode
asked that, all I
10.
remember was Jose.
Yeah.
Jose usually confirms it when I say it. Episode 10. Welcome back, guys. We've made it to episode 10. Round of applause for the Squizod.
Hey.
Shout out to y'all.
Was that 2 months and 2 weeks?
I don't know. We drop so much content. We talk about this every time. But how you guys doing? How's it been y'all weeks?
My week's been pretty good. As you guys can see by the beautiful surroundings around you, I am finally back at the crib. So, you know.
All I saw
definitely
the stiff ass neck.
Well, you know, I don't want to. But yeah, son. So, you know, glad to be back home. Team blessed all day. Let's go.
Yes.
I see that. I see. Have you been working as well? Because you know we got to get the work update.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been working as usual, but I'll let y'all know if something changes. But for now, we're good. No, we're good.
My dog is
Yeah,
looking excited at home.
You know it, man. You know it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're home. It still tough out here, still rough. You already know I'm working as well. Same all as Manny, and yeah, shit ain't changed, dog. We don't have to stay here too long because we talk about this every week, but things definitely haven't gotten better. It's actually getting worse with people now knowing they have something and still going out.
Still going.
So that's great. I hate you guys. But yeah, I mean, again, just please try to stay safe. Stay inside if you don't have to go out. You feel me? Like go out, get food, get essential shit, and then go
Wear
back
your
home.
mask. Wear your mask. Be clean. So on and so
Yeah,
on.
like
I saw a report yesterday, and it said that New Jersey is now the safest place for coronavirus.
Hey, sleep over at Chris's house.
We have
these people weren't eating out. Well, they haven't even eaten in yet on a restaurant.
No, still.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're civilized over here.
Oh, what are you
But
trying to say?
I mean, no, yeah, we're definitely not civilized over here for sure. Like every time I hear something about Florida, it's actually we're opening up more shit. We're like, yeah, let's embrace this. Like, no, we're not trying to embrace the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But since Florida is feeling the pressure, you know who's feeling no pressure?
Ooh,
My dog Logic.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
No,
You know who
Shout
ain't
out.
feeling pressure?
Shout out to my dog Logic. As we're recording this, he literally just dropped an album. As we broke down in our previous videos, his first album was called what was it, Jose?
Under pressure.
Under Pressure, and it looks like he's tying it all around to No Pressure. I say it looks like because we haven't heard it. It literally came out 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So it came out as we were setting
We heard
up.
the first 5 seconds. I played the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, Kat was
It
trying to
sounded
spoil
pretty
the Kat was trying to spoil the experience, but we stopped him from doing that. But yeah, man, I haven't heard the record, and I'm happy. I'm excited to listen to it. I haven't heard a lot of music during this pandemic, and this album is actually one of the ones that I'm actually gonna go and like listen to it on these speakers and actually like see what he's gonna give us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. And my bad. Go ahead, Cam.
No, I was just gonna say I'm pretty excited about it too. Like to kind of like take a deep dive into the lyrics and really see like everything that he put to paper, like pen to paper. So yeah,
I'm one of the illest. I'm one of the illest. That's what you're gonna
you need to dissect it. You need to dissect it with a magnifying glass.
I can already tell you what you're gonna get.
Yeah, dog. No, but it's like you said, John. Like I think the COVID break like kind of helped, you know, this album a little bit because now I'm just like, bro, like I need some new music, so I'm hyped that
Right.
we're getting a new album now, definitely.
And a lot of music has been dropped. Not, I don't want to say a lot, but a lot. Music has been coming out, but
Heavy hitters.
this one is like we know that it's gonna, I hate this word, but it's gonna be a cohesive project. Like we know it's gonna be like a concept album, or at least we hope it will be. So that's why I'm kind of more inclined to go listen to this because I feel like I'm getting ready for an experience. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna go and just get like random like records that didn't really make sense in the sequence. So that's why I'm really excited because I know I'm like being prepared for like a ride for Logic. Pause. Uh, but yeah, like we spoke last time, this is his retirement album.
Bullshit.
Well, actually, Manny, do you still feel that way after hearing about his 7-figure deal with Twitch?
I do, yeah,
Oh.
I do. I think
Really?
we spoke about this like in one of the previous pods. Like, I definitely believe that he's gonna be gone for a little while, but I don't think he's permanently gone, man. Like, it's just like maybe it's again because I'm such a Hove fan and Hove tried the pump fake with this a million times that to the point where I couldn't buy it. But yeah, man, I just feel like artists, bro, like especially artists that are like as like fucking good as he is, like it's hard to stay away, man. Like it's hard to just say like I'm gonna retire and just kind of leave it at that. You know what I mean? Especially him being as young as he is too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I definitely feel it's more like a break. Like maybe even I want to say 3 to 5 year break. He could come out with something else.
I don't think.
It's a long time. It's a long time, but I think
I don't think he goes.
possible.
I don't think he goes 2 years without a retirement. But I don't think that the Twitch thing is something that he was really working on or like holding back on. Because you could be signed to Twitch and still release music. So I don't think that's gonna be such a huge part.
But that's the thing. I don't think he's gonna try to release new music during this time, though. I think he's just gonna do his thing here. He's gonna raise his baby, have a family and stuff, and just spend those years doing that. And when he does wanna make music again, I think it'll be better later on down the road.
A year or two, guaranteed.
I don't think
I'll bet on it.
year or two is ain't.
Okay. Well, let's point out the obvious first of all is that Logic when he dropped what was it? Sinatra 4?
Yeah,
That was the title of the album. Yeah, he was talking about he was like almost done with 2 albums. So this album, is this one of those 2 albums? Is this a completely third album? So like, and for Chris's defense, like we know this man has records and music that we've never heard. So if he just feeling happy one day, he could literally just release a record.
Where did Confessions of a Dangerous Mind fall? Like, was that an album or was that like?
It was an album, yeah.
That was an album. So that
was his latest.
Like they came out
album
after or before Frank Sinatra?
After. Yeah, that was his last album last year.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra 4 was fire. That
I never even got to finish it.
That one I really like that one, Chris.
He had Wu-Tang on it too.
Yeah, like it had a lot of good features on it, dog. Even features like Wale is somebody I don't really fuck with, but the song with Wale, actually, that one, like he had a really good album.
I'm gonna actually use Logic's long-term retirement break to actually enjoy all the 19 albums that he dropped in the year and a half.
Believe me, there's enough. There's definitely enough.
Like that's what I'm gonna go back and like appreciate what he dropped, because you know the stigma was like too much content, too much records, let me like digest it. But now if he goes away for a while, then I feel like I could go back and actually experience it like if it was new regardless. And then another thing on Chris's end is like an artist is always creating, you know what I'm saying? So like he might fuck around and do something for Twitch, whether it be like a record, like he'll be like, all right, if I win this game, then I'm gonna do a feature. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's ways that he can freak it, like to like entertain his audience or like drop more content. But a 7-figure deal, dog, that's crazy.
Yeah. So what is his deal? What did he agree to do for them, for Twitch?
I don't have those details. All I know is that this man,
streaming.
He'll be exclusively streaming on Twitch. So any video game or anything he does is just
So
I was just curious if it's gonna be video games or
I have it here. So his deal is for be exclusive on Twitch. That means he can't show up like on YouTube or any other platform if he's live streaming. And he said he's gonna do a mixture of in studio sessions. He's gonna have special guests, and he's gonna have AMA style formats and gaming. He's gonna do gaming too. But he said he's gonna stream at least twice or once a week at least.
That's awesome.
Every week.
I like that because I have a Twitch because of Jose and Eddie. But I do know this producer named Kenny Beats, and he produces live on Twitch, and he calls in like Timberland. He calls in like people and he puts their like screen record of their phone call, and then they'll like so if Logic does that with like sessions and shit, I'm definitely like tuning in to that type of shit for sure.
Yeah.
And he's actually, this is a big deal for him being in music and Twitch, because he is the first musician to be signed by Twitch. One of the first actually. True. And making 7 figures is a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dog, this man got a $30 million deal from Def Jam, is retiring, and now he's getting 7-figure deal with Twitch. Like
And
he's straight.
don't think this is like a how do you call it, like a first thought thing that Logic's been trying to do. He's been trying to be on Twitch for a while. I was gonna say that he wanted to start streaming. He wanted actually to partner with, if you don't know about this team called
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves. He was trying to partner with the owner about like 3 or
Nate
4
Shaw?
years ago. Yeah, with Nate Shaw. So
He was just in his chat.
yeah, he was trying to partner up with him. He invited Nature to his house while he was recording the Everybody album. And he said that he was with Juicy J during that time recording. And that's when Logic came up to him and said, yo, I want to get into streaming. I want to see if you could help me out trying to partner with your company. But at that time, Nature didn't really know much about the whole getting an artist to be on his company. So, like, that deal just didn't go through.
Well,
So,
he
like,
blew it.
yeah, he felt like,
Right.
but his company is worth a lot right now too.
Do any of y'all know if Logic is even like nice like that at video games?
Yeah,
He is.
yeah.
He is.
He's an
pretty
avid
good?
gamer.
He-
Like,
He's a nerd.
Yeah,
No,
probably
no,
plays
I,
Fortnite,
I
doesn't
don't doubt that, but is he actually good? Like, is
yeah.
what I
I've,
mean.
I've seen him play some games.
Yeah.
He also has this thing, like, I don't know if it's true or not, but like every concert he does, he plays Super Mario, and he hasn't lost a game to any of his fans playing with him. I
And you don't
if-
how
remember
do you-
I don't know
the
if they're
Dashi and Logic
that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, I
Mario
remember that.
Kart? I would love to see shit like that. Like,
Oh
on
wait,
the Twitch
you said he
channel.
plays Super Mario?
He the driving one, the Mario
Oh,
Kart.
Mario Kart. I was
Mario
like, how do
Kart.
you play with someone? yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I got you.
Mario Kart. So yeah,
Mario
he's
Kart.
played Mario Kart and he hasn't lost a game. I don't know if the fans are just letting him win, but that's his
Yeah.
record. For
yeah, he
that.
does that.
He plays his boys
I
too.
definitely wouldn't let his ass win. Smash his ass. If I were
It
you, are
could
you
be
kidding
just
me?
the nerves too. It could be the nerves of the fans. They're so nervous to be on stage, so they're probably playing like more shitty. He's more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You got them
Uh,
pre-planned. Oh, you're trash. Okay, you're gonna.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him play like Fortnite and all that stuff that usually streams on Twitch. He
Yeah.
also loves to play like story mode games like The Last of Us and shit like that. So
And he was in the
he'll be fine.
he was in The Last of Us too as a voice actor. And,
Oh, you guys said that, yeah.
yeah.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like playing the game, you're not gonna even know it was him. But I know because
Yeah.
I saw like
He was Ellie.
behind the scene.
Yeah, sure.
He was not really- he had like a 10-second role, but it was lit.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, so I'm looking at the Logic's artwork right now. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is
Mhm.
actually the back of it, and it's interesting because it's like a cyborg type of situation,
Mhm.
and everybody, the album has like the cyborg robot Jesus in the middle of like the Last Supper.
Yeah.
So I wonder, this is interesting, like, because this obviously indicates like some type of futuristic vibes or whatever. And then there's like a cyborg hand,
Mhm.
like literally coming out the water. Like, I don't know, that how much symbolism that has, or if that's just like a cool art piece or whatever. But it seems to be that the album is 15 records. And I'll take that. I'll take a 15 record album. That's not bad at all. Like,
Nah, that's
it's like
perfect.
It's a
Yeah.
good
a
range.
good range. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say on the album art, that robot chick that you see, she was actually in his first album, not the picture, but in the, if you listen to Under Pressure, she's one of the skits that plays out throughout the album, and it talks about like
Okay.
Logic songs that are coming out and stuff like that, and it's a girl robot voice, so I think that's her, as in like picture wise.
Was that
That's so
confirmed,
awesome,
or are
man.
you theorizing that?
Well, I'm theorizing that because he's put her since the very first album, and
Yeah.
she was in some of the second album,
Okay, I got you.
The Voice.
If true, that shit is so awesome. I appreciate shit like that from artists where they tie like full story, like full circle stuff like
Mhm.
that. And Logic always knows how to do it perfectly. So that makes me even more excited for the album, just to see that he really took the time to think about the artwork. Well, he always does for everything. So
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
And he was actually trending today on Twitter. Like it was hashtag Thank You Logic, and it was basically all the fans just like thanking him like throughout like the years of like making these music that just like appreciate the art form and stuff like that.
You're gonna have to thank him again in 2 years when he,
Yeah, when he
does
comes
the
back.
comeback album.
We'll see.
So retirement to y'all is he doesn't drop another song ever again.
No, not ever again. I think, like I said, maybe
No.
That's
3
what
to 5
retirement
years.
is.
I
If you're
think
retiring-
his retirement means I'm taking a break, a long break.
Right,
Or
but I
he's
think
just
what Chris is
or
saying,
he's out
what
of
the
his deal.
definition is.
Yeah, and I
The
think
definition of retirement is you're not dropping anything ever again.
but I
So I
don't
think he has
doubt.
1,000 singles just
No,
ready to
you're
drop
right.
every.
You're right. But I don't doubt that, like, at this moment in time, like, he thinks he's retiring. I don't
Yeah.
doubt that. I just don't think that it's gonna last. That's really what it is. I feel
Yeah,
like
I agree. I agree.
eventually down the road he's gonna be
It's
like,
like the same shit with
Oh.
McGregor. McGregor retired 2 years ago and then he came back.
Yeah, everybody who
they're
says they're
both too young.
retiring, everybody says
They're
they're
too
retiring.
young.
It just
you
keeps
can't
doing what
retire
they're
when
doing.
you're so young because you're gonna be like, oh shit, I said this and now I want to go
It's
back.
hard. That's hard to
Apparently,
balance.
McGregor's retired right now.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
hard to
he'll be
balance
back.
though, because it's like, do you retire while you're on top, or do you wait? To
That's
make
what
it
I was gonna
crash?
say.
Yeah, and then retire. Like,
Well, I mean, I kind of like that low key, man. Like, because Logic's dropped enough records, like enough albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we've seen like his artistry in like every way that he wanted it to show us. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be mad for him to retire because I appreciate what we've gotten, and we've gotten such a variety that I don't have to wonder like, well, what if he sounded like this, or what if he tries this sound?
he had Cole on a feature in one of his albums. I forgot which one
Well,
though.
on the stream, he was just talking about how he was like he texts J. Cole, and every time he texts him, it's like texting family.
Yeah,
So he might have something to do. He said he loves J. Cole.
yeah. I forgot
man,
what.
That
Say it again,
was,
sorry.
Yeah.
that
No, yeah,
was
I
in the
forgot what-
Everybody album. It was the
Yeah,
last.
it was like the
record.
last.
It
Song,
was like a
right? Yeah,
bonus thing that they did with
Yeah.
the skits and stuff.
Well, Manny, don't kill me, but you just segued us into a cold topic.
Oh,
Another artist that's thinking about retiring. Rumors after this album as well.
Wait,
I'm
no
way.
happy to
Are
hear
you
serious?
Yeah.
no
I
way.
didn't know that.
I won't believe that one either. I'll believe that one less than I believe Logic. That one I believe it.
Well, you know,
I think
J.
I
Cole
believe
is
that one
very like a homebody.
I
Yeah.
feel you, dog, but I don't know, man. Like the amount of passion he has, like it's the same thing with Logic. Like these guys, I know how much they love their product. I know how much they love the art. Like for me to believe that these guys are done is just I don't know.
Damn, they can't leave.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a rumor that he's thinking about retiring and that he's been thinking about it for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So it could be, that rumor could be gaining some type of truth to it.
Do you know like where it came from by any chance?
Just music podcasts and like
People
industry
talking,
talk and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So nothing's definitely confirmed. But how do you feel if J. Cole were to retire with the catalog that he's given us, and what does that mean for this album that he looks to be dropping soon because he just released 2 records?
Yeah, I mean, this would definitely make this next album a lot more important because you gotta, I don't know, man. Like if you say you're gonna retire, I feel you gotta leave on a fucking high note. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when
What if he doesn't say it, but just does it because he doesn't want that pressure going into the album?
I don't know. I don't know. I have to call that one when I see it. But it's like when Jay retired the first time, even though it didn't exist. Like that was supposed to be his last album, and that was one of my favorite Jay albums, the Black Album. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you say you're gonna exit, you gotta leave on like a strong note. That's the only way to do it, right?
Unless you don't say it.
I low key
And
think
then you say it
yeah,
after.
word. Unless you don't say it. I low key think that might be why McGregor retired because like he went to welterweight, he beat Cowboy. He saw how stacked the division was and was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave on a high note. Like,
I'm gonna head out.
yeah.
No, I think he's still
Yeah.
coming back though.
Cole?
I'm sorry, I was talking about McGregor, but I also think Cole is coming back. I also
We're
think
all
Cole is
over
coming back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
I think Cole will be going to UFC to fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Nah, if Cole did today, I will 100% be satisfied with his discography. With Born Sinner and 2014 alone, I'll be fine with Cole leaving. But again, I don't believe in any artist really retiring because they're just too creative and their artistic mind.
Any of those artists, like those guys, like it's just hard for me to believe. There are some I don't give a fuck artists that I'll buy, but
I mean, still, like I don't really believe any artist could truly retire because, like I said, like their mind just rumbles and.
So you don't think Joe Budden is retired?
Nah, he got a couple classics left in him.
He's been teetering with rapping again, so
No
that
way.
might be
Oh my god.
Didn't he not
That's
drop
too
a song
funny.
like a few years back? I think like when did he technically retire?
No.
Joe Budden?
like 2-3 years ago.
All right, well,
He's
I'm
kept his
sure
word
he'll
so
drop
far.
another song. He'll drop another
Yeah,
song, but yeah.
If you like listen to his podcast, he's like teetering. He teases freestyles every time, so he's getting into that momentum of like potentially dropping music. But since we're still on the Cole topic, what do you guys think about those 2 records that he released yesterday or 2 days ago? Was it
I haven't listened to it.
Yesterday.
I listened to both. Hold up.
Mr. J. Cole fan over here, Cam? You haven't heard it?
I just started a family, cuz everything changes.
That's
Everything
true.
changed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Guilt us.
Yeah,
Guilt us, why don't you?
of the 2 songs, I like both songs. I like both songs for sure. Of the 2, I definitely like the Climb Up, but I think that might just be because of the type of rap I like. Like that is a real like hard like lyrical song.
Yeah, I think I like
And that like bro, like it's one of those songs, bro, that like today, like I was driving around doing errands and I just started playing it, and like every time I played it, I was like, oh, that was nice. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that was nice. So like I really appreciated that a lot. As for the other one, Lion King on Ice, I liked it. I did. I think, correct me if I'm wrong if y'all think something else, but I think that one was geared maybe to like newer listeners.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
There was a lot of auto tune, a lot of singing stuff, which I don't hate. That's cool, but you know, I'm always gonna prefer the like real.
So with the other track, then do you think like how's the feel of the sound? Does it sound like it was like classic J. Cole, or was it?
I think it does. It definitely sounds like classic Cole, and I'd be hyped for an album like that for sure.
You know what it sounded like? It sounded like I know you guys aren't in love with this album, but it sounded like a really good song off For Your Eyes Only. In my opinion, that's what it sounded like. That type of vibe and that type of feel. I feel like it was a song that was made for Your Eyes Only, but it was like it may have been probably like the best song on the album, something like that. Maybe that's the type of feel that song gave me, and it gave me definitely classic rap vibes from Cole, like back in the day, and it
gave me more like, to be honest, like it gave me more like the warm up vibes, dog. Like that's why like I think he might have named it like the Climb Back on purpose, Climb Back warm up. Like I don't know, but
interesting.
Those are the vibes I was getting off of it.
Well,
I'm not saying you're wrong, because I can see that. Yeah,
we can both. Well, at least we agree that we can go back, and it's kind of like old Cole. So
yeah, it does sound like his old versions of albums. But for the Lion King on Ice, I like some of the lyrics, but I don't know. I didn't fuck with the sample he had.
Sample.
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me. I don't know if it's just the first and second time I listened to it, but the Climb Up, the Climb Back, that shit was hard. All the lyrics from that song was really good.
I haven't gone back to the Lion King on Ice. It's a good song, but
it is. But
Climb Back is just far superior. It's just so much better.
I feel you, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep the same energy I kept in the group chat yesterday. I still feel the same way. I don't know if like because I'm a writer or because I just hold these artists into a certain standard, I just don't be impressed anymore by lyrics, dog. Like shit that like be like, ooh, I'm like, okay, saw that setup coming. Okay, that was whatever. Like, and then it could be that, or it could be that again that I just have to go back and listen to it because, to my defense, I've only heard it once still, and I did say that in the group chat yesterday. I do agree that it does sound like an old Cole, which I'm excited for, but it doesn't sound like the best version of Cole that I'm excited for. It just sounds like he's going back to that, which I'm excited for, but I don't want the okay version of that. I want like the Forest Hills Drive version of it or whatever. Now I can't judge I mean, we did get 2 records, so I can judge, but like you said, the sample on the second one, like it sounds like somebody was like, yo, use this sample, and then he used it, but he didn't tweak it. Like usually you like pitch correct it, you put a muffle over it, you change the frequency. This one was just like he took the sample, he just left it raw and like however it is. But I actually appreciate the harmonization and singy vibes that he actually provided on that second record, because I was actually surprised towards the end. I was like, damn, this just sounds clean, and it sounds like I've never heard Cole like perfectly harmonized like that. Like even when he does harmonize, it's still rough, which is like a Cole rapper vibe. But like he cleaned the shit out of it up at the end of that. And I agree with you guys that the first record, which is the Climb Back, I definitely like that record better. It definitely got me excited.
I am gonna push you to listen to it again, dog, because I promise you, dog, like there's some shit in there that is pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you. You're probably right. It's just like, you know how I am for like it's like I'm already like on the like this with Cole, because it's like K.O.D. Yeah, For Your Eyes. Like
you didn't like
hold
K.O.D?
you up here, dog.
You didn't like
I
it?
didn't dislike
Yeah.
it. I just didn't ask for it. Like I didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that record was to prove himself to a younger demographic and to kind of talk to them while proving that he could do it.
Yeah, but I thought he
And
did great at it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. I fucked with it.
Yeah, I fuck with
But
it.
I
heavy.
do see what John means though. Like I don't think
Yeah.
for him it was necessary. Like I think that people were gonna fuck with his shit regardless, so he didn't need to go that way. But I respect the attempt.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing though. Like I feel like KOD. This is gonna sound weird, but KOD and For Your Eyes Only were two selfish albums as far as to prove something. I mean, I can't even say that because I can't guilt him for doing so. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the artist is gonna do, they're gonna do. But like I said, I feel like KOD was to speak to a demographic and then to also use that attention to preach to them. I'm not in that demographic, so I don't care about that preaching. Then For Your Eyes Only was specifically to his homeboy with like, you know, how that story unfolds. So I didn't feel like that, but like I should have been listening to that, or at least the way he packaged it in my eyes. What were you saying, Kev?
No, I was gonna say. So when you said you feel like they're both like used to prove something, I could understand KOD for sure. But when you say that about For Your Eyes Only, do you think you're talking about like prove something to us as the audience, or prove something to like who it was really made for, just like that particular?
I felt like he. Yeah, go ahead, man.
No. For that one with For Your Eyes Only, like I don't know if it was that he was trying to prove something more than it was like he wanted to do this for his guy. You know what? I don't know if he felt.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it was like prove something.
Yeah.
Well, I meant prove something for. I meant the main line is that there were maybe selfish is too strong of a word, but he had specific intentions.
Yeah, there you go.
He had specific intentions for those two albums that were to me a little bit closing to like certain. I could see other people be feeling like, all right, well, that wasn't for me, and that's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, artists got to experiment. Artists got to talk to different people. That's cool. But I just personally like Forest Hills, Born Center, Sideline Stories. Like, I'm excited to hear that potentially come back. And I think this is a step in that direction, I would say.
Yeah, I feel you. I do think though, like KOD still had some of like what I liked about those other albums that you just listed, Born Center and Forest Hills Drive, like all that. I think KOD still had elements of that, of like that classic J. Cole feel though, as far as how he was spitting, and maybe not necessarily the sound of the music, but because I think that's the part that we're mostly talking about is
because I don't think Cole's capable of producing trash music. I will never say that. It's just like you said, like that sound, like you know, I was excited. I'm not gonna front. Like I wanted to see what Cole could potentially sound like in a trap lyrical realm, but I didn't need the whole album to kind of be in that realm. Like but yeah, that's pretty much. I will give you that,
John, because I feel like I feel like we're rambling on this too long, and it's an old album, but like with that album, I feel like what stops it from being like amongst like my favorite Cole shit is the fact that like he, instead of like dipping his toe in the trap, he jumped right in and just did the whole fucking album like that. You know what I mean? Right. Like had it been a little more balanced, like I would have probably held it a lot higher.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And then went to do on features in that realm. Like in that realm, still.
Yeah,
I feel Manny 100%. I love the message he had in the album. I hate the sound of it. I hate the trap shit. But that's just me on that.
You know what, KLD?
Yeah, I hate that trap shit.
I wouldn't say I hate it, but I do agree that
I don't like it when it's done by anybody.
It was just done too much, maybe in the album. I think I would have respected the album more, the way Manny said, if it was more balanced. But
I don't like any art. I don't mind the trap flow well done. I don't like, but any artist that's all they do, I always get tired of. Perfect example, The Baby. When The Baby first came out, I fucked with him. I was like, he's dope as fuck. But it got kind of more watered down because he never switches it up. And I'm like, bro.
That's true.
Well, he just started with that.
Boy, he's like 3 albums in, like 3 or 4
albums.
Albums.
They
all sound the same.
I thought this was his first album.
No.
Baby on Baby, that one that he just dropped with the
Kirk
cover.
Yeah.
Kirk was fire.
Like lesser known shit before that too. He sounds the same and everything.
Do you guys feel like? Do you guys feel like Tekashi 6ix9ine falls into that same thing? Because he sounds like the same in every track, or
Oh, here we
I
go.
think-
Are we going into this topic, really?
Hey, if you want to bring it up, that's fine. I'm not gonna hate
No,
on
yeah.
Tekashi, but I think he falls into like pop rap, if that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know. Like, he's not.
I know what
somebody
you're
take
trying to say.
seriously, but I fuck with like if people fuck with him, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna hate on that.
yeah,
I love Tekashi, dog. I love Tekashi's music, dog. Like, I don't know, whatever he does personally, that's on him. But I think that I think I used to call him the DMX Schmurda of like the
did say
mumble rap era.
that.
Like you're gonna get the aggressive like talk and like
Yeah.
tone. But this is how I try to tell people, because even my own girlfriend, I had to talk to her about this, because there's a lot of hip hop fans that if you don't hear the lyrical individual spiritual, like you're like, oh, what is that? Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, but as a musician, I understand that not every music needs to be serious. So like,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more open minded to like giving shit a chance as far as like sound and genre or whatever the fuck. And
Yeah.
I know that Tekashi is not taking himself serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's not in the fucking studio
Yo.
like, what rhymes with adjacent? Like,
Yeah.
he's not like, he's just like
he doesn't have the
freestyling.
encyclopedia open. Just like-
Yeah, like,
I think that's why.
so when I
like him.
picture him, when I picture just of him, I just picture him like turning up.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
party-
the tone
it's
of the
party-
music.
It's party music,
Yeah,
dog.
it's
It's
all
party
turn
music.
up.
And it's
That's
so
literally
New
all it is.
York, dog. Like being
Yeah,
from
it's
New
mad
York,
New
like
York.
seeing the videos, everybody in the block, like the dance moves, the silly,
Yeah.
like like all the like
Yeah.
lingo that we use and shit. It's just funny as fuck to me, dog.
Yeah,
And I
okay,
like
I
I like
feel you on
it.
Cam, I think I have to disagree with you, because I think Tekashi doesn't always have the same flow and same style in every song. If anything, he likes to change it up a lot. Like he likes to
He
go
had
to
he had
different
a
styles
Latin
of
song
yeah.
recently, no?
He
Yeah.
likes to go reggaeton, or he likes to rap, or he likes to do something else.
Yeah, Chris,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
no,
but
don't do
the
that.
sound is different.
Yeah, yeah.
but it's always the same at the core. It's just energy music.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He's
if
changed
that's-
his
if
flow
that's what
3
you mean-
times.
This is
If
same
that's
thing,
what you
yeah.
mean, then okay. I thought you
Yeah.
meant like same flow or
No, I just mean
Well,
the same
let's
type of
be-
music.
I mean-
mainly. I mean, but
out of 20 records, 15 of them sound the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of 20 records, 15 sound the same. So that's
I
pretty
don't know.
consistent in the same flow. I agree with Cam in that sense. He's only switched it up twice for like a Spanish record, and then the one with Nicki, because he seems to finally be getting writers to like write his hooks and shit like that. Like, you could tell that too.
It's like John
And his
said.
Spanish shit to me is really bad. Like, I just like the production.
It's like,
like
John
the
said.
beat.
He's like he's the new version of DMX. You would say.
Mm.
Like, say that with a pinch, because like
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
Like,
wouldn't
yeah.
put
I'm
it
just talking
to
about tone.
DMX had, in tone, yes,
Yeah,
in delivery.
but
there you go.
I
In
wouldn't put
delivery,
him-
100%.
delivery.
Definitely, I
But
wouldn't put him in
DMX's
that
music has a
level.
lot of substance. Like, there's so much substance.
No,
I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
I mean in the sense of like the hype, how he was, and like
The delivery,
just,
yeah, 100%. I agree
delivery
with you.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
This is
And
your
get
time, bro.
in. This is
This is
alley
your
oop
time,
right
bro.
here, bro.
All right. Oh, I got my Lakers jersey. Ready? So speaking of DMX, did y'all watch that DMX Snoop Dog battle?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
so
But I only watched half of it.
my bad. I
Really?
said,
Yeah,
what'd
me
you say?
too. I caught the
I
second
said
half.
nope. I was watching a Heat game.
Oh, well, hey, I'll give you that, because I put the Lakers over everything, so I feel you, dog, 100%.
You guys go ahead.
So, how did you guys? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all at a consensus, but how did everybody feel about the outcome?
Yo, Snoop killed it, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the whole thing.
I actually,
didn't
not
even
to
watch
be
the whole thing.
honest, like I was actually like scoring it, like as I was
Really?
fucking watching it,
Yeah.
and it was actually a lot closer than I thought it was gonna
Yeah,
be.
definitely.
But
Towards the
Snoop
end, yeah.
definitely took it. Yeah,
I
Snoop
caught it. I
definitely
caught
took
it halfway. I caught it halfway, like towards the end.
So
And-
you caught the good half.
Yeah, I
Where it
definitely
wasn't
caught the good
battle.
half, because they started playing like their classics. I think I popped in when he played the next episode.
Damn,
And
but
then-
you didn't.
Dog,
you
Snoop
never,
came in hot, dog.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
because
Yeah.
Snoop had
Yeah.
a lot of like the doggy style shit
Yeah,
on there that was
Yeah,
hard as
yeah.
fuck. The shit that was on the Chronic that was hard.
He
as
was
fuck.
killing
Like,
him with it. He was
Yes.
murdering him
I
with it.
felt
He
like
had a lot of
every
shit.
time Snoop went in, that DJ knew exactly what to play at that time.
Yeah, and then there
How
were
did-
songs.
how
the
did you
first six
guys-
rounds.
How did you guys watch it? IG or
IG.
Apple Music?
Apple Music.
But I might
Chris,
do IG
Apple
next
Music
time.
will change your life. Nope.
No,
don't do it,
never
dog.
mind.
Like Apple, I've always seen it through IG up until this battle. Like this was so well done, dog. Like first of all, you get the widescreen, so
That's
you
the
don't have
main
to get
reason.
like the
Yeah.
the top. And the audio was not off, not one time. Like I felt like I was watching a YouTube regular video, and every time audio's always been a problem. Like during these versus battles up until recently or whatever. So I would encourage everybody, if you have Apple Music, to watch it on Apple. And
So
they actually just signed a deal. Versus signed a deal with Apple Music.
No way. Hey, shout out to them. Look at them coming up. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
I think moving forward, they're gonna keep releasing them through Apple Music, and I think they're trying to get the catalog that they already shot into the app where you could go back and actually watch those videos. Just as a side note, just to let you guys know.
I don't have Apple Music. I thought you would have had to have that paid for, but it's free. Like you don't have to have Apple Music to watch it.
Damn.
You can just click on the link and I watched it like that for free.
That's what's up.
So quick question on the battle. Maybe I missed it, but did he play Still Dre at all?
I don't know.
Not
Not
when
when I was
I
watching.
popped in.
I heard it like in the very beginning to like introduce Snoop Dogg, but it wasn't like one of the songs he picked. Yeah, and then if he won without Still Dre, dog, that is crazy because that's beating anything. Like, dog, like to win without that is insane, dog.
Yeah, whoever was watching this from the beginning, I had this shit like 5-1 or 6-0. Like that's how ahead Snoop was. Like records that you thought that Snoop would play at like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He was playing in like the first through 5. And that's why I was saying, Chris, like,
still has stuff.
Like you missed a lot of shit in the beginning, and DMX was dropping a lot of stuff in the beginning that not a regular fan would like really like know
that much. But he came in hot towards the end. They had that little battle.
He came in hot towards the end.
He came in hot towards the end.
He ended hot.
No,
he ended hot. He left hot.
He did.
The way you said it, he came in hot towards the
end.
Yeah, but
you can't come in hot.
I know.
And be at the end.
I see it like this. Like these are two great artists, and I don't care who won or lost. That was a great music, great time.
I agree with you 100%.
Listen to that and seeing them perform, like even though DMXL.
DMXL. Yeah, you go steal my shit and not even give me props on. Damn. All right, Jose.
You didn't let me. No, yeah.
Yo, the DJ was messing up on DMX.
Oh yeah,
too, dude. Like
DMX got the wrong DJ.
Like, what we doing?
He got the wrong DJ and everything.
No, he didn't. You say DMX got the wrong DJ?
Yeah.
Didn't DMX have Swiss Beats?
Swiss Beats, probably.
Yeah, no, he had the right DJ.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know
Swiss Beats was probably the one who
was doing that.
What?
He played the wrong song. He played the wrong song, and so it tripped him up because he had this whole intro of like this song, and he built it up, and then like the wrong song played. He was like, "Whoa!"
I would put that on X being rusty before I put that on Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
But whoever DJ was for Snoop, he was killing it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, before we because I feel like we're touching on a lot of stuff here, and we got to point out like specific things.
Yeah.
All right. When DMX got in front of the camera, I thought that was Tracy Morgan. Like I did not think that was DMX, dog.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking, dog.
That's
like
bro,
when he walked in, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah, it's facts. Like, that's DMX.
Bro,
like, I saw Snoop and him.
But then when he started talking.
No, that was even more confusing because I'm like, is this like a prank? Like, is this somebody like trying to be like DMX?
Is that we haven't seen him forever? That's the thing.
No. I've seen this man a year and a half ago, like with Kanye at like an interview. He did not look like
I met this guy. He didn't like that.
Man, we're in quarantine. We're in quarantine. Come on, dogs, and slack.
That boy been in the pandemic before the pandemic.
All the quarantine snacks.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah,
well, not weird, but I was not.
Caught off guard. But he had the fire as the prayers going on there.
Always, man.
Always, yeah. That's classic.
He's
DMX.
been on that wave.
Yeah, if you
so that's another thing too. Like
it was a bit of a Christian artist for like 2 seconds.
Oh really?
And he made I will survive. Then talk to you, Lord.
Oh yeah.
I
will survive.
Yeah.
Yes. Lord, give me a sign. That's the song.
Lord, give me a sign.
Then the church declared him as dangerous, and they had to let him go.
Yeah, all these rappers trying to be in the Gospels.
And then like that didn't throw y'all off when he was like freestyling like in between records like randomly.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
I was
weird.
like, what is it?
Like throughout,
That was-
I thought he
God.
kept it good, bro.
I think he knew he was losing. And he was like, I'll spit a freestyle real quick.
But it's funny, like he did that good, but at the end when they had their freestyle battle, he did horrible.
Well,
I missed that, dog.
but Snoop
You
Dogg,
missed that?
Snoop Dogg spit a lot of verses that
He
just
already
had a
did,
song.
yeah. He
Yeah,
already
so
had.
it probably wasn't as big a difference. as
No,
thought,
yeah.
Yeah, Chris, because
Okay,
like I had it in like since I watched like the first half, and Snoop Dogg was coming in like so hot that I kind of started to not care as much towards the end, and that kind of messed me up because I heard through people like you guys like, oh, did you hear this? Did he play that? And I missed all like the like all-star moves at the end, so I was kind of tight, but
Yeah, it was good.
I wanted to say, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that I had no intentions of watching this. Like, it wasn't until you guys were just commenting in the chat and like talking about, oh, he won that. I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. I was so shocked that like I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. And for now on, I'll definitely be tuning into the verses. I really enjoyed how much Snoop and DMX would go off each other and even sing their own songs. Like, it's like Snoop would help DMX, DMX would chime in sometimes. Snoop. And that shit was awesome to see, like that East Coast West Coast love.
And not only that, but like just to play off of that, Chris, like the camaraderie between the two was really cool too. You know what I mean? Because like there was literally like songs of DMX that like Snoop knew the whole fucking verse, and he was like, "Damn, this is your shit." And Snoop's like, "Bro, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite songs."
Yeah,
Like
that was too late. It was good to watch, seeing their chemistry. It was funny at times. It was good listen, good music.
Snoop is too funny, man.
Yeah, vibe like that in a while though.
But would y'all listen to a DMX Snoop Dogg album? Watch the Throne too.
Not now. Not now. I actually, when they would go off of each other, I actually liked their tones in the same mic.
The difference.
Yeah, not now, but in the back in the day,
If this was like in 98, bro, that would be fire.
Definitely. I think at one point, I think at one point they cut off DMX mic because he was like going off the lyrics. Because I felt like he was like just, you know.
He was a little off. He was rusty, bro.
Yeah, rusty. He was out of shape. He was dying. That boy was huffing and puffing on that mic.
When was the last time X put any music out, dog?
Let's just be grateful that he did do this performance though. Nobody was expecting it to be like that, like 100% him there.
It was very fun.
Yeah, and at that age doing that.
The Verzuz has been happening for a while now, but it wasn't up until 3 to 4 battles ago where like this is new because the Alicia Keys and John Legend was in the same room. The DMX and Snoop Dogg was in the same room. The Fab and the Jadakiss was in the same room. The two reggae artists, I can't remember their name right now. I think Benny Man and I forget the other guy. They were in the same room. So no. I
need to see a Sean Paul against Kevin Little. Let's do it.
But so it's only been 4 to 5 times where the artist has actually been in the same room. Every other time has been split screen through IG.
Yeah.
So that's why that's why when you guys were appreciating the camaraderie and the sport because it's getting to this level. It wasn't at this level yet because there's been disrespect, there's been hate, there's been pettiness on other battles in the previous. Like when Sean Garrett and The Dream did the very first songwriter battle, them boys were like, they hate each other.
Really?
Like they don't like each other at all. And that's been throughout the music industry because they're both the go-to dudes to go get a record. So like you fight your opponent basically.
Yeah, he's like
your rival.
The John, what's his name? Wow, it's gonna bother me. It's like Johnston. I'll look it up in a second. But the guy who battled Neo, that was like the one that was starting to like the DMX and Snoop Dogg vibe.
Yeah,
like they were like
amazing though.
His name is Johnson, I believe. Yeah, but that's why, right? So like, it's 2 legendary dudes that were like really appreciating their records. Like, oh, you're gonna play that? I like that one. Oh, when you did this one, this was great. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're starting to see that like it's progressing to more of a celebration than just like a competition, like of just to really see who's the best. Because everybody keeps asking like, oh, who decides the winner? There isn't judges. It's just us. Like as we talk about it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. I do like that. The Neil one was good. Like seeing them,
That's my favorite one.
They were playing records, bro, and I was like, yo, they wrote that. Neil wrote that. I didn't even know. Like I had no idea. I was like, man, so
when is T.I. versus 50?
That's
No,
it.
that's not.
Oh, that was just
No.
That T.I.'s trying to get that to happen, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
I would tune into that.
Oh, for sure. That would be crazy. But yeah, that's T.I. like fishing for like an opponent at that level. It's 50. I don't think he'll do it just because he has so much shit going on and he's petty. And I think he would wanted. I think he said if he did it, it would have to be like against Snoop Dogg. So now that that's out the way, who else could he really do it against? Jay-Z? Yeah. Like that's not gonna
Good
luck. So yeah, but like this was surprisingly really fun and like because you have an aggressive rapper and you have like the cool smooth
mellow
rapper.
like smooth rapper.
And that just like melted in perfect. Dog.
I didn't think it was
fun.
gonna work, but it did perfectly.
Mm-hmm. And I know Swizz Beatz was sweating, dog, because Verzuz is like his thing, and then DMX is like his artist because I think Swizz got signed to Rough Riders at like 15 years old.
Didn't Swizz do Rough Riders anthem?
Yeah,
he's
done everything.
DMX song ever.
Out of 20 records that DMX played, he probably did 13 to 18 of them, like between that range. So I'm sure Swizz had most to do with the sequencing. Like if Snoop plays this, we gotta play this.
Yeah, that's sad to hear because like when you say it like that, like DMX literally had the advantage, dog. Like he literally had the advantage, dog.
I just didn't think that anybody knew that Snoop Dogg was gonna play his hardest shit in the beginning too. Like shit.
Nah, but Snoop Dogg gave him some underhanded pitches, dog. When he started playing like all the No Limit stuff, the stuff with Bow Wow, I was like, oh, look at Snoop Dogg's trying to make this.
Yeah,
he did that on purpose.
Hey, but remember, he played that and didn't play Still Dre.
Yeah,
like dog, like he was trying to keep it like within.
He had hella songs that he didn't play too.
Yes, bro.
Sexual Seduction. But I don't think he was.
He didn't play that.
No. You didn't play Sexual Seduction, no.
Damn, I would have been junking out there. he did Beautiful, right?
Yeah,
Beautiful. He did Beautiful. He did
that.
He did Drop It Like It's Hot. Those are the two I missed.
Towards the end, he did Drop It Like It's Hot. Yeah,
I missed those.
He didn't even need it.
I think that's when I tuned in. Like around there.
We switched spots, you and I. Chris.
I know he did do two Dre songs with Dre in it.
He did Nothing But a G Thing, and he did Dre Day, and I actually think he did one more.
Didn't he do the next episode?
Yeah, he did the next episode. That was it. There you go. Yeah.
You know what's funny though? Like I was watching it with my girl, my sister, her husband, and like to somebody who's not fans of these guys and just listening to music, these are both literally two rappers that if you don't know them and don't know the songs, you would swear they're playing the same song over and over again. Because Julie would be like, did he just play this? And they're like, no, that's just the East Coast sound.
Yeah.
Didn't DMX just play this? No, he's just yelling on every beat. Like, if you don't know these artists, like you would be like, fam, this just sounds familiar.
Their voices are so like iconic, dog. Like it all sounds the same.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if obviously since they signed a deal, they're gonna keep doing these. I don't know how they're going to keep getting big artists because I feel like I don't want to say they're running out, but like who else can we really care to see or want to see?
Like there's a lot of artists that we would want to see. It's who would do it. That's really what it is. Like, and I don't think anybody that I can think of that would do it. I feel like there aren't a lot out there, if any.
We talked about Cole. We talked about Logic. We have to talk about Drizzy Drake for a little bit.
I guess if you're gonna make us.
Let me just real quick. I heard Popstar and I heard Grease. I don't hate these records. Not gonna lie, I don't hate them. I don't love them. Popstar, I actually enjoy the verses. I can do without the hook. I would love it if it was a reference record for somebody else, like Roddy Ricch. Like it literally sounds like a reference record. Like it's not even Drake's pitch. Like they pitched it higher.
Yeah, so
like it can sound. Yeah, right. And as a songwriter, it doesn't bother me because people do it all the time as reference records, but it's not a reference record; it's a Drake record. So like it does kind of throw you off. I'm not mad at them because like last time we talked that Chris hated these records, and
Chris still hates these records.
I still haven't heard them, dog. I still haven't heard.
Oh,
them.
really?
No, not yet, man. Like I want to, but to be honest, dog, like Jose, I'm sorry, but it's hard for me to get excited for new Drake at this point, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and these records aren't going to do it for you either, man. Trust me.
That's really what it is. So I wanted to ask you, like, what type of vibes are these giving you? Is it something we haven't seen before, or is it like previous shit?
I'm not, like I said, like DJ Khaled records. They're gonna sound like DJ Khaled records. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna make a difference. I just wanted to talk objectively about it because it's easier to kill Drake nowadays than it is to give him props.
Yeah,
I don't think the records are that bad, but I don't think they push the needle or attract you to be excited. I just think they're cool records.
Yeah,
do with that what
it's
you
not
will.
gonna do anything for him. It's just one thing to keep his name out there. You know, that's what it is.
Keep us busy.
Now, where I think you're heading, Manny. What's the name of the song, Jose? Heady one.
I think
I think it's Heady.
Heady something.
Okay, so my dog is UKing it up.
The international
rap. The drill rap.
Right, and this is where he's riding around in a robe. This is where like Manny's question starts to play. Like, is this what we're gonna get in an album? Why is there a video to this that makes the record seem more serious, which means that you're leading us to believe that this is the direction you're gonna go, which I'm cool off of. I don't need the UK rap. And dog, Joe Budden was like, he did this shit perfectly. He was like, yo, why is Drake only talking about his boys in his music? He's like, Chuck just came back home and this guy just did sentence. And he
that's the flow. That's the flow perfectly.
He's just shouting out his boys like, and Cam got a tie hat on and Chris got a Mets hat on. But
for that record, that's not his record though. That's the artist. I don't know his name, but he lives in the UK. I think what he's doing is just he's sticking to trying to be as much international artist as he can. So he's hitting that side, and he has
Drake trying to be more of something is crazy to me.
I know, but
just like Kanye, you don't need to keep doing crazy shit. We're gonna listen to your album. Drake,
like,
you don't need to keep expanding your demographic. We're gonna listen to
that music. I don't think that's the thing. That music is not for us. That's for them. Like who out here is popping UK rappers right now?
I feel you.
In the United States.
I think the point that John's trying to make is like, I get it, it's for them, but I 100% guarantee you that they were already listening to Drake. Like, I don't think this like this isn't gonna sell them on Drake. Like,
I think that's to sell that artist in that country.
Bloody hell, this guy's pretty good.
Here we go. He's only been out for like 20 years.
This guy's pretty good. Let's give him a listen.
He's trying to help out that artist in that country. And make
we're canceled in the UK, guys. So.
People in London, have you heard this up-and-coming artist? I think his name's Drake.
Drake.
Yeah,
Drake just tries to get in everything so he can get money here, money there, money there. Money there.
People in UK are like, he jacked the Soulja Boy's whole flow.
But Jose, that's the thing though. Drake's been doing that his whole career. Like, we don't need to keep seeing it at the end of the tail end of his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already an established artist. You're already a legend. Like, I mean, but he could be doing this because he wants to. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't want to say like we don't want to hear it, but I'm cool, dog. Don't give me these 3 records because now I'm like going back to more life. Like, this is gonna be a playlist album, like with just random shit that don't make sense together, and that's not gonna attract.
But that's the thing. I don't think none of this thing is gonna be on the album though. This was just all singles left and right. But his official album songs and release hasn't come out though.
You know what the sad shit is? I think as of late, for me, don't attack me. His UK drill rap shit to me has been my favorite things that he's been coming out with for a little bit actually, except for that second half of the song or his verse is absolute preposterous. There's no defending that. Like, that was terrible.
On what?
It's
That was so
offbeat.
Wait, on this?
I did it. It was
this
so
song?
offbeat. On Heady.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't mind the first part where he was rhyming where my boy's doing a sentence or whatever, that shit. I didn't mind that, but then he tried to do this offbeat flow, and like you said, like you texted in the chat, you're like, like he did that like he was saying something or he was spitting something like crazy. Like,
Crazy.
nah, he was just talking bullshit, bro. You're not fooling us. Like the first part was cool, but this second half, like you're not getting away with that, bro. No way.
It's confusing. It's like I don't know what I'm getting in. It's like Arabic, it's British, and then it's Jamaican, and then it's
languages to hear a Drake song.
Drake is every culture. Y'all don't know.
That's
Man.
what I'm telling you.
Drake looks like everybody infused into one.
Yeah,
it's true.
Look at his face.
He's international. Mr. Worldwide taking Pitbull's name.
Mr. Worldwide.
He's everybody.
Mr. Overseas for sure. And there's another thing around Drake's name that they're saying that he could potentially go independent soon.
I heard
and
that.
people are saying that Russ and this dude named Steve Stout, I believe they were having a Zoom interview, and Steve Stout was basically saying like if Drake goes independent, the music industry will like fall apart or some shit like that. So a lot of people are talking about it. I think if you're Chris Brown, you're Kanye, you're Jay-Z, you're Beyonce, fam, you don't need a fucking label. Like you could own all your shit. You could obviously like hoping that you get out of the contract, but they could be making even more money than they're already making. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing that makes it weird is that like, no matter what they do, it's still a like Logic going to Twitch. That's like a label thing. Like Chance going to Apple Music, that's like a label deal. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's still going to be label, right? There's going to be other ways to do it.
I saw that interview, John, and shouts out Steve Stout. He works for the Knicks now. What was I gonna say?
That's who that is. Okay.
Yeah. Russ was like, if Drake, if he decides to go independent and drop the album or something, he'd make like $10 million in like one day or some shit like that. That's what Russ was saying, like some crazy numbers or some crazy figures. So if I was Drake or any of those artists who know that have recognition and have that name, and Drake could drop anything, and Jose would listen and love.
Jose would listen and love.
Would give that $10 million. He would get that $10 million easy. So I would go independent 100%.
Yo, so here, hold on, a quick question. Why is it that he says that the music industry will fall apart? What does he mean by that?
So that's a lot of people are talking about this as well. Some people are, I'm going to give you the two perspectives. Some people are jumping the gun, and then some people are seeing it long term. They're jumping the gun because they're saying like him being independent will immediately make things go wrong. But I think the opposite. I think that long term, other bigger artists will follow suit. They'll be like, oh shit, like he could do it, I could do it. Mm-hmm. New artists like us, like me, like Cam, like people, it'll make us feel like a label isn't all we need. So we might go an independent route or continue independent or try to get deals. Fam, I promise you right now, I'm saying this right now, Spotify is going to become a label in 2 years. Like they're already signing podcasters. They're already allow you to upload music into the platform without a label or something. So these other huge companies that are not labels, they're going to start budgeting and loaning advances to other creators. So long term,
I think the structure will probably be different though. Like it won't be the same. Like it won't be the same way. Like the label kind of controls your music. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Spotify would have that because they seem to be like Apple Music seems to be giving the guys a lot more freedom. You don't think?
Like to go on different platforms.
I feel like that would be kind of like a Twitch deal, right? Like how Logic got that Twitch deal with
but with Twitch doesn't allow
I'm agreeing with John's point. I'm just saying that like I feel like it would be like a record deal, but just structured kind of differently. Like it won't be like the same.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like it won't be the same traditional shit we're used to.
Because then those people will get killed for following labels structure, which we're trying to get away from.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it'll definitely be more. Here we go. It would be more beneficial and fair for the fucking artist.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe that the person making the music is the person getting least paid out of everybody involved?
Yes.
Like, come on. So
100%.
That's where I hope that this leads to, like, if he goes independent. Because that's another thing. Drake is very thankful and appreciative to Wayne and Baby most of his career. So he just I could see him potentially staying just because of the friendship and the relationship they have. So that's another thing. Would Drake really do it? Like, we don't really know. And somebody could give him a blank check and just be like, yo, just write a number. Like, we know you're good for it. And that might make him stay in signed as well.
But doesn't Drake have his like kind of his own label too, because the OVO Sound thing, like signing different
So
artists.
OVO is under Warner, which Warner is under Universal. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's like at the end of the day, it's still a big label helping out your shit, but it's a partnership. You know what I'm saying? So like, it is better for the artist because they're getting compensated more than they're like a new artist. It's so fucking. This is all like complicated. This is like a whole tree of like just sub or whatever. But so yeah, people are saying that because Russ is the perfect person to talk about it because he was independent for most of his career, made hella money doing it, then it signed like a short deal and then became independent again. But he shows us his like his finances every time he sells music, and it's like millions of dollars going straight to his pocket that he doesn't need to break off a lawyer, a label guy, an A&R, a videographer. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Since we're on the Drake topic,
can you imagine an artist like how you said Spotify or Apple Music becoming like their own like record label thing? Like, can you imagine Spotify being like, Drake, we want you to make like 3 or 4 albums and simply drop it on our platform, and we'll give you like a bunch of royalties and shit like that. And there's no label you have to go through. There's no music or anyone you have to check with. Just straight to Apple Music. Like, they would make so much money.
I'm pretty sure that's already the thing because Drake is with Apple Music. He dropped one of his.
He had a something going on with Apple, but I don't know how long term that is though. Like, I don't know how many more years he has left on it, or
there was
if
like
it was
an
over.
exclusive music video that was only being seen on Apple Music and stuff like that.
I'm trying to look at it like Joe Rogan. If you could potentially give Joe Rogan $300 to $500 million, you could break off an artist a good deal to exclusively stay on your platform only.
And now Spotify is trying to compete with YouTube because they're trying.
That's what I'm saying.
They're trying to create their app or website like a video service also. So like you can watch the podcast or your music videos more often on that. So like they're trying to do some shit there too.
Well, guys, I think this is a good time to tell you guys we've signed with Spotify.
Guess what?
and we'll be exclusively playing our stuff.
The day will come, Chris.
Yo, the day that comes, I'm walking onto the podcast with a Versace robe. You heard it here first.
A pink Versace robe like Masvidal, bro.
Yes, dog. Yes, 100%.
The deal was for $20 for 30 years.
I'll be in a Spider-Man robe.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how Spotify unfolds their company because they seem to be diving into territory that people are scared to because, like you said, there's already a YouTube and it's free to fucking sign up on YouTube. Yeah. So how do you steal that demographic of people to go to your shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see. And they must have some crazy investors to be dropping this much money.
Spotify
That's what I'm saying.
Killing it, bro. They're killing it. And they have a free platform. It's just, if you don't want ads or anything like that, you have to pay for it. But if you want to just listen to music straight up, you can do that. There's going to be ads, though. It's like SoundCloud, pretty much, something like that. But like you said, if you pay for it, you don't get ads. But they can do all that stuff, just like YouTube does. They would probably be less of a pain like YouTube is because I know YouTube has so many restrictions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like
that they have the advantage of. Yeah.
Yeah. So Spotify definitely has an advantage if they choose to go that route where they'll allow like cursing and stuff. Well, I don't know.
That's actually a good point. That's a good point because I can see the boardroom like whatever everybody complains about YouTube, let's just do the opposite of that. And then make Spotify. Yeah, I like that.
And YouTube, they're trying to do a whole nother route too. They're trying to make an app like TikTok right now.
Oh my god!
So it's kind of like the creating short videos and swiping up and seeing different things. So they're trying to compete with TikTok related things.
So stupid. YouTube had the best. Well, I just for a normal viewer, like I think it's fine. But of course, if you're a content creator, there's so many restrictions that you have to go through. But like, I feel like they had it perfectly fine like a few years ago. But now every video is like complaining about like the guidelines and the restrictions.
Ever since the Logan Paul shit.
Literally. So like now they have that other alternative. I don't.
It's definitely a lot of things you can't do on YouTube, and YouTube could terminate you. Like anybody could just go on a video and say something and then just flag your video or something happens. But it's crazy the rules that's happening over there. Even all these popular YouTubers are getting either their channels demonetized or like even removed So they gotta follow certain types of rules just to stay in the right lane. So it's
I
crazy.
think it's crazy that you can't curse on YouTube.
You could curse on YouTube.
No, yeah,
I
you
mean,
can.
but you got like, I'm pretty sure you got like penalized for it.
No, you don't.
So when you upload,
I don't
you
know about
don't.
that.
No, you don't, Chris. When you upload to your page, it does ask you though, like, is this
Meant for
children
kids,
friendly?
yeah.
Or
Or
not?
yeah. But it doesn't. I just think it limits your audience, rightfully so, I guess, because if you don't want your kids listening to bad words, but it doesn't. You can still monetize it though. You can still monetize it.
But if you are like a really really popular, let's say YouTuber or streamer on YouTube, they sometimes do follow that rule to be family friendly, but not always. And that's just for like the ads and companies that want to sign to them, for they could see like, oh, they're a good channel to put this in and just get more money from
Sponsor.
that. Right? And that's the thing about YouTube. Like YouTube cares so much about their sponsors and ads and companies.
It's money.
So
Yeah.
like if they see something that happens with, like, let's say Logan Paul, he does something bad, all his sponsors gets removed. Everybody just like take him away, like flag him, and they care about their company so much, so like they'll go that route.
Speaking of remove, Manny, I see it. I think Manny owes us an apology, man. Section 80, Kendrick
big one.
Lamar.
Oh my god, bro.
Manny, you gotta backpedal it up now.
I do. Nah, I said it afterwards, bro. Like, I went back and listened to fucking Section 80, and I was like, yo, a lot of these songs are fucking fire. Like, and you know what it was, dog? Like,
Crazy.
so whenever, like, we just kind of always automatically put Mad City as like his first album.
Yeah.
And then I know that album has hella songs. So like Rigor Mortis, like I thought was on there, and there was a bunch of other ones. I'm gonna go through it right now, but there was a bunch of other songs where I was like, bro, I could have sworn this was on Mad City. This is on fucking Section 80. This is crazy. And then after giving it a listen the other day, I was like, nah, man, I slept on this for sure. I was hating on this. Hold up. So Eddie Hasty, I knew was up there. Rigor Mortis, Ronald Reagan era, I thought was on the other one. Cushion Corinthians, I thought was on fucking, bruh. I couldn't believe it when that song came out. I was like, oh no, I'm fucking tripping. I'm fucking tripping.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for John to give me an apology about Man in the Woods. I'm still waiting on that.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that.
We'll be waiting for the rest of your life.
That gotta be your fuck what you think.
Yeah.
I'm about to make it. I'm about to make it mine.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. Actually, I feel even worse when I go back to listen to it.
Oh my god! When's the last time you listened to it?
No, it's been a long time. But when I go through my Apple Music playlist and I see like Filthy and like the titles, I'm just like, no.
I forgot that album even came out.
Good. I think Justin wants the same thing.
I sent you a specific group of songs from that album to re-listen to.
Did you?
So let me know when you did. Yeah, let me know when you do listen to that.
I think you did. Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
But Chris, you forget. I love Justin Timberlake. You think I didn't give him a fair shot?
Yeah,
Of course I'm gonna
I
give him
don't
a
know,
fair
because
shot.
I don't know. Lately, you've been saying stuff like what you were saying earlier. You're like, I don't know. I'm not impressed with people anymore.
Oh no, yeah, that's still not
John
gonna change.
has been
Well,
through
that's
that phase for like 2 years.
Cam, you gotta understand, me and my cousin John Luis grew up on NSYNC. We literally grew up on that shit. We had
y'all did the
Facts,
dances
me too.
Yes, we had
Yes.
the DVDs. We had the dancing DVDs teaching us the dances to the NSYNC music video. The whatever, I think like Britney Spears or some shit was big at that time. Or like,
Weren't you like 1 year
bro,
old?
like, I
Yeah,
was 1
Chris
year
is always
old.
the youngest shit.
Chris was
If
3
you-
doing these
If
dances.
you were 10, if you were
Yeah.
10 watching the Avengers or what was it, Iron Man,
Nah, I was.
Yo, but for real though, how old are you?
no. When did the Avengers come out? 2012.
no, you said
Yeah.
Iron Man, you were 10.
I was
right?
like 13 or 14.
oh no,
In 2008,
yeah, you were
was,
still in the belly when NSYNC.
Nah, I was like 4 or 5, but I remember it clear as day. I think our first ever album that I ever bought was an NSYNC album. That's the one where they're like
No strings attached,
Puppets.
dog.
No
No
strings
strings attached. This is fire. Hell yeah.
it's a classic.
Yeah, there were like toys and there were dolls and
Yes,
boxes.
That's got all the hits.
JT's been the
Cam,
goat.
You know what I think it is, Cam?
What?
You've been far away from music for so long, dog, that once you're in it's like what Manny said. Like when Manny was saying that I'd rather be an artist than a actor because I feel like seeing the process of the movies get made will turn him off. That's where I'm at with music. You know what I'm saying? Like because I write for people, because I know that how people deal with each other, who doesn't write their own shit, who's really writing people's shit. Like I'm way more strict now with like taking things in because I know how they're being made, and that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. So I feel like when I talk about like my girl yesterday was like, I don't know if you would go to a J. Cole concert with me, and I'm like, why not? And she's like, because you don't really like J. Cole. I'm like, Doug, I could talk objectively about a person and still really fuck with him. Like me and Asia were at the Forest Hills Drive concert, and that shit was fucking amazing. But I'm not quick to just praise them. Like now, I'm actually hesitant, and then hope that you break that barrier to. First of all, let me make this clear to the audience. My opinion means nothing. So. Like take this with a grain of salt. I'm just saying, like personally, like I love music too much, and I hold it in such a high regard that I hope that you do this to my music, and I'm doing it to your music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very critical when it comes to the making of something that I love, because I know what like the hours and what it takes to actually come up with something, and it's easy to get caught up in these last 2 to 3 years that we've had mumble rap and we have low quality music, and just feel like because some type of realness is coming back that it's the best. Like I don't want to fall into that either. You know what I'm saying? Like we've already seen the Watch the Throne. We've already seen Forest Hills Drive. We've already seen
so you're saying you can't get excited anymore with music?
Oh yeah, I felt that way about hip hop specifically for like a year or 2 years now. I feel like
I think ever
R&B,
since the last Travis album came out, that's when it hit you.
I don't really remember that time frame because I would have to see like the other artists that came out around the same time. But yeah, like I mean, we've spoken about this before. Like I just personally haven't heard anything in hip hop that I haven't heard already done in a better way. So like that's where I kind of stand with it. Like, but I'm always looking for like, all right, look at this. No. Drake, Cole, Kendrick. What's those three for this new era?
That's a good question, man.
Like we don't have those
yet.
We don't have it. Yeah, we don't have it.
Cam, it's been a long time.
It's been a while. It's been a long time, dog. Because Cole started getting hot like 2009-ish, around there, and that was already 11 years ago. Like
they're veterans, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Vets.
Like
they're vets in the game.
You could throw people in like Travis.
And then not only that, but when they were coming up, like we had Jay-Z, Kanye, like they were established. We had established guys. Like now we have established guys, but we don't really have like a lot of guys coming up. Like
somebody said Travis. I won't disagree with that. But then the other two that I heard was like The Baby and Roddy Ricch. And I'm like, no, they're too young to even be mentioned in that.
The Baby's actually not as young as he looks. He's our age.
No, but I'm saying like in music.
Yeah,
like
in music,
he's only been out for like a year and a half or like 2 years to us.
Yeah, that's just for right now. That's who's controlling.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the number one
it's been
top of the charts.
Right. But that's why I'm like how I am with music, because I don't feel like we've gotten those artists that we can hip hop that we can like pass the baton to and be like, this is the new from and please in the comments remind us if we're forgetting somebody, because there might be somebody that I'm just missing at the moment.
The thing is, like, there are good rappers out there. Like, you know what I mean? Just for those people in the comments. Like, there's a lot, like, I know you don't fuck with them, John, but like Griselda, I think is really dope. The one, who's the other dude I always fucking bring up? I always forget his name. YBM Cordae put out a really good album. But again, dog, it's been nothing that like makes you think like, yo, all right, well, we gonna be good now. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's why when you talk about J. Cole thinking about retiring, Logic's retiring, then we're losing them all. Like if all these people start to retire, who do we have left?
Dog Joey. But he's kind of old.
I think there's a few
young
artists,
and old at the same time.
I think there's a few artists, but I think they're artists that you guys wouldn't agree with, because we're like, you guys are like a lot. Your tastes are more like like old school rapping, like old style type like that, not
Real rapping?
rap or something like that. Exactly.
Name three people.
Same.
I would say one would be like Frank Ocean. I think Frank Ocean has a huge.
He's not a rapper though.
Yeah, we're
In
talking about rap
rapping,
though.
Well,
Yeah.
he does rap.
It's
Chris.
He does
the
rap. He
same
does
though, dog.
R&B.
Like
He can rap, but he's not a rap artist.
That's not what he's
Yeah,
known
Chris
for.
Brown
the
can rap.
same.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
put him in a.
It's not the same thing. We know he can rap.
I thought you were gonna go. I thought you were gonna go
If
like.
we're talking strictly rap, then all right. Then, and I
'Cause
can't really think of any.
I don't agree with this list, but I can understand if people said Travis, Migos. Like Migos at this point are veterans. Like they've been out for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I could see that being like the younger generation's Cole, Drake, and whatever, while still having Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
Would you put
like,
Chance in there? I know you hate Chance. But...
No, Chance. No, I just said Migos, which means I have no problem putting. Which means I have no problem putting somebody up there. Chance has not done enough. I don't care who I'm talking to. Chance has not done enough to cement himself in any type of top. Anything.
You know what's crazy, John Dog, is that I used to disagree with you on this like heavy, man. Because like again, Coloring Book was like a great album. Like when it came out, I was like, holy shit, this is great. But like a lot of the mixtapes that I used to fuck with from Chance, I might be alone on this, but I feel like they have not aged well. Like I've tried going back to them, and I'm like, I don't know, like I can't really fuck with them like I used to.
He has two really good projects. I wouldn't classify him as like one of those like a J. Cole or a Kendrick or anything.
Yeah.
If he would have had those two projects and then been consistently out here active, then maybe he could be considered in the conversation. But he kind of just does projects and then leaves, and then comes back and then leaves. Like Travis is actively out here. Migos were actively out here for a long time. I mean, they were like on every feature ever. And I feel like we are missing people, but it still does speak volumes where if I can't remember them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so that's why that's why R&B is like the only thing that keeps me sane, because we still have The Weeknd, we still have Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably it. As far as
Bruno.
Bruno,
I don't
yes.
remember,
But he's not even active, and that's the problem too. The last album was like 3 or 4 years ago, and that's sad.
Yeah.
Like I love Bruno Mars.
Do you think there is potential for in the future for maybe like Jaden to pick up a mantle like that one day?
Damn, dog.
We've spoken on this, dog.
Because he's an influencer in this new era, in this new generation. He's a huge influencer on this kid.
We spoken on this before, dog, and like I think John kind of feels the same way. How like when he first came out, like we kind of wanted that to be like the torchbearer for like hip hop going forward, but like he just hasn't really kept it up. That's really what it is.
I feel like he changes things so much.
He's way too inconsistent.
Yeah, he's inconsistent. Yeah.
As in, like,
I don't know if that's the
maybe
word.
I think
consistent with the style of his music.
I think his timing, he doesn't pick the right timing. Maybe.
I don't know. I just think that like most of his music, and if you look at it as a whole, a lot of it is very different. It doesn't stick to one genre.
Yeah.
Can't really like label it as much of a genre.
But I will also say
I would say
music.
the same for Post Malone. Post Malone, he varies like that also, and he's pretty damn big right now.
Post Malone to me is like he's kind of like not in subject matter or even in the way they sound, but he's kind of like Cudi in the sense that like I can't really just call Cudi a rapper. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Like I can't really call Post a rapper. Like both of those guys kind of have like a blend of stuff that like they have their own genre. You know what I mean? So yeah. But and I feel you as far as like consistency goes, like guys that are putting stuff out, like I could see that.
You know, Post is pretty solid at all the genres he touches up on. He's pretty solid at rap.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that last album that he dropped, I did not think I was gonna fuck with, man.
It's really good,
and it was really fucking good. Like it actually, like that year that it came out, that was like one of my most listened to albums for that year.
He just has a great voice. For every type of genre that he chooses, he can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this is gonna be tough. I did like it. I think that's probably my favorite album of last year. I think it came out last year or this year. I don't even remember.
Last year, yeah.
Was it Hollywood's Bleeding? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So.
But I think he's starting to fall into a category that I don't agree with, like an overhyped category, like where like his stigma is more bigger than his actual artistry. Like people love to talk about Post and people love to see him and the way he dresses, but his music it's good. It's not. I feel like his image is higher than his music.
Yeah,
And because
I feel that.
but you know what I'm saying. So like when he drops music, it has great numbers because the people love posts. But for me to like feel comfortable submitting him into something, he would have to keep being consistent. Like his next album would have to be just as good or better than this one that came out. Because he doesn't really do features either like that. He's not really active like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much to like himself.
I feel like it's just he's so different as an artist that people just like cast their eye on him and just want to like every time he does drop is like number 1 too, like, and it's good. It's not, I wouldn't say great status, but he's just like right there. And like it's weird, like you say, like his fame and popularity is higher than what his music really is.
Right. Now, I said, have you heard the Joey Badass album?
Well, it was only 3 songs.
The EP,
Oh, it's
I haven't heard him. But how do you feel about him?
I believe he could do way more. But based off what other people are currently doing, the way this sounds is, I mean, at least for people that really enjoy rap, way better than what the trap stuff that I don't personally like. And you could tell he's on the lyrical side of stuff. I think they're solid, like a solid 8 out of 10 for the songs, maybe a 7.5 for maybe one of them. But I think they're great. I trust Joey with the rap shit.
Yeah, I agree with us. Yeah, and like we discussed before, I'm not the biggest Joey Badass fan, or like I'm not always like going to his album immediately, but I do enjoy his music and I think he's really good. Those 3 songs that he dropped, I've been listening to them pretty much like nonstop, like since they dropped, and I really, really enjoy them. And I think he did his thing on them.
Did he drop videos for all of them or just the first one?
Just the first
one. I didn't see
the
music video.
No, the music video is intense.
Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. So I haven't heard that record on it full, and I haven't heard the other 2. But I like what I heard, but I'm scared for what I saw. So I'm like, that's where I'm like when I saw the red suit, it reminded me of Kanye Runaway. And then
look at the album you got from that.
And then like in the beginning of the video, it's like I went on a voodoo spiritual journey, and then like I didn't really like understand the imagery that he's going for, and it kind of scares me because I feel like once you start seeing artists like showing you images and stuff that are in a realm of some type of praise, it gives me like a bad like, did he do something that, you know, we're not gonna get into this for another part.
I would understand.
Join our Patreon, you can see all of it.
I would understand that sentiment, but not for Joey Badass, just because he's always been with the spiritual shit, and he was heavily influenced by Capital Steez, rest in peace. Capital Steez was heavy into like all the spiritual stuff and the chakras and all that stuff, and I think it rubbed off on Joey. And now Joey's like, I guess I don't know. I mean, you live your life. I can't really judge anybody. I don't know what the world looks like through their eyes. So what you look for your like to get your stuff out, or if you need new ways to look at the world, I think he ended up, okay, I'm going to try this. And he went back to like African roots to go to do some like voodoo stuff to try to like cleanse himself. I mean, whatever works for you. I'm not going to do no voodoo on myself, but to each his own.
But that's what like, dog, this is a touchy subject, so we're gonna try to walk on eggshells here. I like the confidence I saw in the 35 seconds I saw, but remember that last conversation that we were like, that I was like, I feel like he's missing something to push him or whatever, or like something within that realm. I don't even know if we should talk about this. like I hope that whatever I'm seeing or I'm about to witness or I'm about to hear is genuinely the decision that he made and that he won't regret. And I can live with that going into it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if everybody understands what I'm trying to get at here, or you would have to see the video to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't watch the video, so I don't know.
But just like how Beyonce talks about how like when she's on stage, Sasha Fierce comes out and it's like it takes over her body. That's like what I kind of saw with Joey in like the 30 seconds. I was like, damn, he's looking more confident. Like, damn, he's looking swaggy now. Like, I like this shit. But like, did it come with a price? Is where I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying?
don't
The
think
world may
so,
never
bro.
know.
But just because he's always been in that shit.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
someone random that was never showing any signs of this came out and then they did some like extra spiritual stuff like that, I'd be like,
Okay.
but because it's Joey, I'm not too.
Because I like what I saw. I like what I heard.
I mean, it's not a long song. It's not a long video either. I mean, the video's kind of long, but it has like a minute. Song's only like 2 minutes, but when he spits, it's fire.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like the 2-3 lines, but I don't even think the lines help my case either. Because I think, what does he say? There's
like a line, mumble rap extermination. This is godly interpolation, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the emphasis that he was using on those bars right there. Like, check it out, Cam. Like, I like this. I'll take this hip hop. It's like it's confident, old school, modernized with some swag. Like, I'll take that.
Joey loves his old school. He's always been a boom bap guy.
No,
I'm
yeah,
just
for sure.
happy that like we got Joey, we got Cole, Kendrick's rumored. I'm like, like this is gonna be if it all comes out this year, they're gonna save 2020. Oh no, Lakers gotta win. Sorry, Lakers gotta win. Lakers wins 2020 save.
Well, guys, if Joey figures it out, he could potentially make the top 3 artists of like this time.
Yeah.
You know, that'll be lit. Jaden and Joy, the Jays.
Yo, for real.
I don't trust Jaden lyrically, but I trust him as
his overall.
I want to say a musician.
As a passionate artist.
I guess the way he could look at the music and make something, even though the lyrics aren't great or anything. But if you mix that with someone who could spit like that,
but he's good at hiding the fact that his lyrics are kind of basic. Like I think he's good at hiding that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
And he's young too. Like he didn't.
Bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But he does say shit like, I guess how I see Cole is how I kind of see Jaden in the sense of like there's a part where he's like, I'll die for this. I call it suicidal passion. Like that shit hits me like crazy because I'm like, damn, like I love my art so much, I'm willing to die for this shit. Like it's just a cool way to phrase it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. My thing with that is, it's kind of like my thing with 2 Chainz, which I don't know. Check me. My thing is, I'm okay.
Little titty boy.
And it's the same thing with Kanye. I'm okay with rappers spitting like somewhat corny bars, as long as I know you could really spit like good stuff before. That's why when Kanye says like a bunch of stupid stuff on his things, I'm like, oh, it's just Kanye being Kanye. He can do whatever because he also spit this. But from Jaden, I never heard like the real spitting stuff. So I'm like, so the lyrics he does give me, I'm like, I don't know if he can do that.
How much of a chance did you really give Sire?
I mean, not a lot. I mean, whatever you guys would play in the car and stuff like that, but never like myself going into. The production.
I even like his last project. I like Sire, and I like
was more than one.
What was Iris? I really like that project too. It's not as good as Iris.
Yeah, I like Sire more. I like Sire more too, but
should have been dropped backwards.
Yeah, maybe. Because there's supposed to be like a part A, part B type of vibe with those 2 albums.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
I think that's where he messed up. Yeah, I think Iris should have been the first album, so that the consensus would have been, oh shit, look at Jaden, it's decent music, and then Sire's like, oh shit, hold on, this is new hip hop, like new modern hip hop, but he did it backwards. He dropped the hard shit first, and then Iris.
That's what Iris meant about like the timing. His timing is kind of off.
Right.
I see.
But then again, I mean, you have like 20 records. You're not just gonna throw them away.
Okay, I got a question then. When is the right timing for those shoes he put out? Did you guys see that?
I didn't see.
He has a deal with what was it? Was it New Balance?
What are the shoes called?
Oh, I don't know. Just look up Jaden Smith sneakers. You guys have.
I don't even know.
You guys. Oh, I'm surprised you guys haven't seen that. Boy, them things.
Is it the ones that he wears in the videos?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think
so.
I think these are brand new. Some moon boots.
These?
Oh my god! Yes, with the fattest bottom. You look like you can walk on water with them.
The blue shits. Okay.
Yep, with the huge bottom.
Because I've seen another one that doesn't look too bad, but I don't know if this is legit. I'm seeing this
Yeah,
one.
I mean, if you go to his no,
The
if you
new,
go to
New
his
Balance.
like his Instagram, I think it's New Balance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the bottom is huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, I see
Looks
it.
like you can
What
walk
the
on water with
fuck?
it.
Yeah, this is definitely it.
Yeah, it is. But the bottom of the shoe is lit. It says
No, yeah, that part is cool. But I'm
it
talking about
says
like
Vision at the bottom.
Oh, and it looks very Sire-esque with the
Yeah.
pink on the bottom with the blue, pink
I
and
mean,
blue.
shout out to
I
him
love
for
his merch.
getting money.
Yeah,
But-
his
Yeah, I like his merch too.
and
The
that
bottom of that shoe
the
is
style
crazy.
he's going for is cool. The light pinks and stuff like that.
No, yeah, the color.
I love that.
Color's cool.
Love it. I
They got
won't
the
even be
the
mad
Miami
if
Vice
that's.
colors.
I won't even be mad if he kept that going for like his whole artistry run, just in different variations of it, like the color schemes that he plays with. Because I love them shits.
And his videos too.
Um,
He matches it with the
that's
the
what I'm
music
saying.
videos.
Right.
It's fire.
And I think low key, Jaden realizes what we're saying about the albums because I feel like he's been dropping videos still for Sire than Iris.
Yeah.
like I think he's
Yeah.
like it's still going back to drop like Sire
looks
videos.
like them and stuff.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm ready for another Jaden project though. I'll take it.
Yeah, I
For
feel you
sure.
on that.
Word, me too.
Well, there you guys go. That concludes our podcast episode number 10.
We all did it.
Thank you guys for thank you guys for joining us. Please, if you made it to the end, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tell us in the comments if you enjoy these conversations. I know our last podcast and this podcast was heavily music based, but this is like what's been happening in current society. So, but yeah, I mean, and in the comments, let us know if you like the Logic album because I'm sure you've heard it by now. Did Kanye drop the album? Question mark. What did you think about the DMX and Snoop Dogg versus battle? What did you think about the 3 records that Mr. Worldwide 2.0 dropped, aka Drizzy Drake? And yeah, anything that we talked about, let us know how you feel in the comments. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Elaborate so we can maybe sway our opinion. But yeah, other than that, we thank you. Thank you for subscribing and tuning in. Episode number 10. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace.
Lakers all day.